Welcome to the Hoops Culture Podcast, where we talk about all things basketball. I wanted to try that one time, but yeah, we're here. This is it's a good. Last night was a good night. Watched watched the football game, first football game, week 1. Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Great game. Great way to start off the year for the NFL. We will get into football stuff in the future, but that's classified stuff. But we're gonna start off with the Western Conference now. We finished the Eastern Conference with the last 3 episodes. Going into the Western Conference now, and I can't wait. I can't wait because the West did make some moves, especially this division. I think made the most moves. So I'm excited to see what happens as the season goes on and see how these teams perform. But I am going to grade each offseason as is, and we'll get into more stuff as you can see in the title. So, Western Conference Pacific Division. That consists of the Phoenix Suns, LA Clippers, Los Angeles Lakers, Sacramento Kings, and Golden State Warriors. Alright, so we're actually going to start off with the worst grade in the division, and that is the LA Clippers. Man, I don't know what they did this offseason. It was pretty embarrassing. I don't like what they did at all. It was basically just like an awkward off season for them because the guys they picked up just don't fit their team. Like, don't fit the timeline, nothing. Like, the guys they traded, well, I don't know why they traded half of these guys, but we'll get into it. First loss is Patrick Beverly. Okay. Patrick Beverly was a big part of their culture, in my opinion. And what you got out of Patrick Beverly and another player I will name is like pretty embarrassing because like they're really on the same level. And why would you trade more to get the guy who's on Patrick Beverly or even worse level? So you got Amir Coffey, who is still a free agent. DeMarcus Cousins, still a free agent. A guy they should re-sign, in my opinion, because he's a good part of the team. Yogi Ferrell, he signed, got waived on the 5th. He's still a free agent. Daniel Otoru traded to Memphis. Patrick Patterson is a free agent still. Rajon Rondo traded to Memphis and then signed back with the Lakers. All right. The guys they lost, I don't know why they just didn't keep Patrick Beverly and Rondo. There was no point of trading them when they're great players that were helping you win. And the guy you got for them is pretty embarrassing because you just got Eric Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe is one of the worst playoff performers I've ever seen in my life. Excuse me. Drink some water. I don't like his game. He's just not good to me. Like I don't think he's good at all in the playoffs. And the Clippers need to be good in the playoffs. You see how they went pretty far without Kawhi Leonard with the 4th seed. So they need guys to step up in the playoffs. This guy is not going to step up for them. His defense is horrendous in the playoffs. He doesn't do anything on offense. Like, what's the point? And his defense was really masked by how Milwaukee was really good, because as soon as he went to New Orleans, he wasn't doing anything. So, that's my thoughts on Eric Bledsoe. Not a good trade at all. But you get B.J. Boston Jr., who's not bad at all, actually. I like his game a lot. But he's I don't think he's going to get a lot of minutes, but it's good to have someone on the young side. This signing I actually pretty liked, which was Harry Giles. I think he could revamp his career here in Los Angeles Clippers, but I don't know. Man. What I'd do to see a healthy Harry Giles, man. He would have been like, it's crazy. He was gonna be a top 3 pick. What I'd do to see a healthy Harry Giles. He was entertaining to watch, man, in high school. Oh, that back injury, that sucks. But hopefully he could revive his career here in Los Angeles Clippers, and we'll see what happens. The first round pick, they drafted Keon Johnson, 21st overall. Pretty good shooting guard, rookie. He'll get a lot of minutes for the team. I don't know how much off the bench, maybe like 15 to 18 minutes, but we'll see. Signed George King, Jason Preston, it's a rookie out of Ohio. Justice Winslow, I don't like that signing. Where does he fit? What does he do? That's will help the team. And Moses Wright. So, I'm not really a big fan of their offseason that much. Besides re-signing Kawhi, like, there's nothing special about them adding or just losing guys. We're not going over the re-signings, but we're just going over who they're adding and who they're losing. Based off of that, D+, not a fan whatsoever. I don't think they're going to drop all, like, I don't think they're going to be a terrible team. Like, oh, they're not going to be good in the season, but they could have done better with what they did. Like, come on. All right. Next, we're going to go into the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento. What did you guys do? It's their fit with all their players is probably the most awkward fit ever, especially since they were going to trade one player and they didn't. His name is Buddy Hield. Like, I don't know what you're going to do with that whole fit. But I'll tell you guys who they lost. Kyle Guy, still a free agent. I don't think they're going to re-sign him. Justin James, waived, free agent. Hassan Whiteside signed with the Utah Jazz. That's honestly positive because Hassan Whiteside wasn't doing anything for the Kings. DeLon Wright wasn't doing anything on the Kings either. He was pretty bad. Traded to Atlanta. Not really like significant guys they lost. Honestly, better with the guys they lost, but I don't like the fits that they got, man. Like I don't think the team fits at all. Not whatsoever. Sacramento is going to continue to be bad for the rest of like the next 10 years, 15 years. Like I don't see them ever being good ever. It's pretty bad, man. But we'll go into who they added. Alex Len signed the contract from the Wizards. Went to Sacramento. Good backup center since their starting center is Rashawn Holmes. But you get more. Oh, you're going to see what's worse. You got Davion Mitchell. Point guard. Great player. He's playing great in Summer League. But he's a point guard. And they have like 5 other guards. What's the point? What's the point of drafting a point guard that high if you don't need a point guard? You don't need a shooting guard. He's good. Very good, in fact. But, come on, man. It doesn't even fit on the team. They used to have the problem in like 2015 and 2016. They had Cousins. 2015, they drafted Willie Cauley-Stein. And then they drafted another center in 2016. Like, when you have DeMarcus Cousins, why are you drafting guys that are young that don't fit with him? And drafting them high, like, what's the point? I don't get that. It's so stupid. But next they got Neemias Queta. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry. Butchered his name badly. Second round pick out of Utah State. Never watched him play. I don't know too much about him, but get a second round pick. Not bad. Emmanuel Terry signed a contract with them. Don't know if he's going to get any minutes whatsoever. And now you got 3 centers to play. Tristan Thompson, traded from Boston to Sacramento. How does that fit? In what way does Tristan Thompson fit with Alex Len and Rashawn Holmes? I don't get it. Like, they're the Kings. Oh, that's ironic. They're the Kings of just like, not fitting like their rosters, man. It just makes no sense. How are you gonna like? How are you gonna put these guys together and expect yourselves to win games with guys who are gonna just be fighting for minutes, and you just have like a weak small forward and a weak power forward position? It makes no sense. So I give that a C, average. They got good players, but they don't fit together whatsoever. So that's a C. Next, we're gonna head into the NBA Finals runner-ups, Phoenix Suns. Phoenix. Not a bad offseason, honestly. Lost a couple key guys, like two key guys, but it's not the worst because they upgraded. So we're gonna get into who they lost. Tyshawn Alexander, two-way contract ended. 26, he's a free agent. August 26th, it ended. Javon Carter got traded to Brooklyn. He was pretty good for them. On the defensive end, was versatile, could get steals, like pesky defender. But who they got is even better. So we'll keep that in mind. Torrey Craig signed to Indiana. Not bad. He was pretty good in the finals. Like he would make up for like great plays. He could shoot the ball. So not terrible. But he's on the Pacers now. So Langston Galloway didn't really get too many minutes, or Etuan Moore get any minutes. So that's not a problem. Now, who they added? Chandler Hutchinson could get some minutes off the bench. He's a decent shooter coming from Washington. You got JaVale McGee, signed from the Nuggets. Good backup center. Catch lobs for you. Perfect. I don't know how the fit's going to go with Jalen Smith. They drafted him in the first round for basically no reason. But what are you going to do? Elfrid Payton could be a good backup. I hated watching him on my Knicks team. But thankful he's gone and he's on the Suns. He'll be a good backup for them. Nothing too crazy, but he won't get more minutes than Cameron Payne. And you got Landry Shamet, my favorite addition for them. A shooter, straight sniper that they needed. Great for Chris Paul to dish the ball to when he's coming off a screen or something. So, I give it a B-. I like the guys they added. They didn't lose too many significant guys. They re-signed all their key guys, Chris Paul, Cameron Payne, Frank Kaminsky. Not bad whatsoever. Give it a B-. Solid offseason. Hope to see Phoenix get back to contention next year. Maybe they could be good again. I don't think they'll go to the finals, but they'll be competitive for other teams. So all we want to watch is competitive games. That's all. Next, going into the Golden State Warriors. Interesting team. They're going to be a lot better next year. That's all we could say. Klay Thompson's coming back. It's going to be very interesting to see how he does. I don't know if he's going to be the same Klay Thompson that we used to watch. 60 points, no dribbles. The lights out shooter, 20 points, all NBA defender, all NBA team, like third team. I mean, I don't know who we could see here. I hope to see a great Klay Thompson. It was entertaining to watch him play. And before we get into all this, I don't know why people say there's a difference between a basketball player and a hooper. The thing is so stupid. I don't get that. And everyone was saying, "Oh, Klay Thompson's not a hooper." Bro, it doesn't matter. Everyone who's in the league is a hooper. And it doesn't matter. So you're going to call Julian Newman a hooper because he could dribble like so stupid, but Klay Thompson's not a hooper because he just shoots the ball. Makes no sense. I don't get that like whole thing because I think it was from The Last Chance U Netflix thing where that guy, one of the players, he was like a head case too, Joe or something. He would always get he would be like, I'm a hooper, this and that. I'm not a basketball player. I'm a hooper. I'm a guy who could get you a bucket. Yeah, basketball players could do that too. Everybody's a basketball player. And if they're in the NBA, they're a hooper, basketball player, whatever they are. They're better than everybody. So I don't get that whole notion of that stupid stuff where Klay Thompson isn't a hooper, but the man scores 60 points a game. 60 points without any dribbles. I said 60 points a game, my bad. But let's get into who they lost. Sorry about that. They lost Kent Bazemore, signed with the LA Lakers. He was a key guy for the team. That's a hard loss. And you lost Jordan Bell, who was, free agent. I don't think he'll re-sign. Nico Mannion, prayers out to Nico Mannion. I think he's having surgery soon, like life-threatening surgery. Feel bad, man. That just sucks. Having that disease sucks, man. Hopefully he could get better and play basketball again and get back in the NBA. Going to overseas was the best thing for him, just for getting his confidence back. So I can't wait to see him back in the NBA. Hopefully he pulls through the surgery and speedy recovery. And we got Kelly Oubre signed with the Charlotte Hornets. Didn't really have a good season for them. He was very inconsistent, so not the huge loss. Trading Eric Paschall to Utah was really stupid. I don't get why, because he could have been a good successor for Draymond. Makes no sense. Then Alan Smailagic, he's free agent still, hasn't signed anywhere. But the guys they added, I was really impressed. Nemanja Bjelica, good signings. A guy who can stretch the floor for you, put him in. Draymond's tired, put him in, have him shoot the ball. Steph Curry could dish it out. They could run like a 5-out maybe, put him at center. See how that rolls. Then Chris Chiozza, good backup point guard. Could give you like 5 points like a night, play some decent defense. Then you get Iguodala back, a guy who is a big part of your championship team. Makes it even better to go back to that championship. What is the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry. Damn, I forgot the word. I'm so stupid. Championship culture. Freaking culture's in my podcast name. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, sorry. Jonathan Kuminga with the 7th pick, which is a great pick because I didn't expect him to drop that low at all. And he'll be good. I don't know if he'll start right away, but he's going to be a beast. Moses Moody, another guy who is just going to come off the bench and just get buckets, man. I can't wait to watch him play. And you get Otto Porter. Otto Porter is going to be good because he could shoot the ball and play some defense. And you get him at a good contract, which is great. And you re-sign Steph Curry for more years, even better. I'm giving the Golden State Warriors an A-. I like their offseason. Besides, if they didn't trade Eric Paschall, it would have been an A+. But they did that anyways, which is so stupid. And I like their offseason. I like where they're going. Hopefully Klay Thompson could go back to his former form, and we'll see what happens. All right. Next, last but not least, the LA Lakers. God, this is going to be a while to go down this. They made a lot of moves. That's all I got to tell you. They made a lot of moves. We're going to start off with who they lost. Excuse me. Kostas Antetokounmpo, free agent. Hasn't signed with anybody. Devontae Cook, still a free agent. KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, traded to the Wizards. Alex Caruso signed with Chicago Bulls. Andre Drummond signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. Jared Dudley got released. Montrezl Harrell traded to the Washington Wizards. Kyle Kuzma traded to the Wizards. Wesley Matthews is still a free agent. Alfonso McKinney is still a free agent. Ben McLemore signed with the Portland Trail Blazers. Markieff Morris signed with the Miami Heat. And Dennis Schroeder, the ultimate L movement, of his life not signing that contract with the Lakers in the beginning, because now he's making like $5 million a year with Boston. So that's embarrassing. Now, who they added, even better. So let's keep going down the list. Carmelo Anthony from the Portland Trailblazers. Great pickup. Going to come off the bench, shoot the ball, score buckets. That's all he needed. Trevor Ariza. I expect him to get a lot more minutes than people think. I think he's gonna be pretty good. I think he'll go back to his Rockets form. Joel Ayaye is a rookie, undrafted. Kent Bazemore, not a bad pickup. Guy who was pretty valuable in the Warriors last season, so we'll see how that goes. Sean D. Brown, undrafted. Wayne Ellington, underrated pickup, great shooter. Can't wait to see how he plays. Dwight Howard, 76ers. From the 76ers, signed back to the Lakers. We'll see how he does. Back on the Lakers, I think he'll start. Mac McClung, it's a rookie. I'm not too sure about him. I don't like his game that much. Malik Monk, great signing. That man could just turn it on like a switch and just like not miss. Kendrick Nunn, from the Miami Heat, underrated because in his rookie year he was averaging like 15 points. Wasn't looking too bad. Just kind of fell out the rotation a little bit. Not too much, but he was not too big of a role on Miami. You got Rajon Rondo back. Got him back from the Clippers. Bring him back. Let's see how he does. And the big one of them all, the most important one, Russell Westbrook to the LA Lakers. So, what I think about these moves? I think they upgraded the team a ton. I think they'll be back to like top 3 in the West. I don't know if they'll go to the finals because I don't know about this Westbrook fit and a couple of these other guys, but we'll see what happens. I give it an A. I think the best offseason out of this division. They added so many guys and upgraded out of everybody, and we'll see what happens with them. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see, especially for this season. But next topic, staying kind of on the Lakers, we're going to talk about the King, LeBron James, and can he surpass Michael Jordan, the GOAT? So before we get into all of that, because we hear all the time, LeBron fans, oh, MJ this, MJ that, he didn't face competition, he faced plumbers, which is totally not true, because MJ played a lot of like all-time greats. And then Michael Jordan stands, oh LeBron, 4-6, he's a bomb, this and that, he needs a super team to win. He's not good. Ray Allen bailed him out. Baby Thunder, Mickey Mouse ring, whatever. Which is not true either because they're both great players. Let's just keep that straight. There's no point of hating on them like in a playful matter. It's so stupid like on how people hate on each other. Like just witness greatness, respect LeBron's greatness, respect Michael Jordan's greatness. That's all. But can LeBron surpass Michael Jordan? I don't know. Really completely different paths of just like how they were. Like LeBron started off Cleveland, went to the finals, I believe, quicker than MJ did, but they got swept. And LeBron didn't have as good as a team in Cleveland in the beginning, his first couple of years, for 6 years, I believe, 7 years, as MJ did his first 6-7 years in Chicago. And I don't know. I mean, I think the only way LeBron can surpass Michael Jordan is if he wins the next 3 in a row. If he gets 7. If LeBron James gets seven championships and another MVP, I believe, personally, he could be, there's an argument where he could be better than Michael Jordan. But do I see that happening? Probably not. I don't see LeBron being the best player on the team, because that's the main thing. If he's just winning the championships, he's the second best player on the team. That's not. He's not the GOAT for that. If Anthony Davis is convincingly the best player on the team, he is not better than Mike. And they win championships. He's not better than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the best player on every team he was on. If LeBron James is not the best player on the team on any of those championships, in 3 of those championships, like I was saying, he'll not be the GOAT. But it's really hard to compare because, yes, LeBron has the losses, 6 losses, 4 for 6, and then you got Michael Jordan to a perfect 6-0. That's why he's the best all time. I don't know if he could really surpass MJ in a lot of people's eyes. A lot of people hate on him. I mean, I respect LeBron. What he did for the league really brought a lot of attention to the league. Entertaining player, loved the game, loved everything LeBron did, But I don't know if he could surpass MJ. He's for sure top 2. I respect both of their talents. I never got to watch MJ play, yes. But man, I will sometimes go on YouTube, find great games, old great games, and watch him play. He was like, bro, he just made the game look so simple. That's what I loved about it. That's what I love about it. Just makes the game look so simple. But I can't wait to see what LeBron does. Hopefully he could, keep it up and not get injured. The injury last year kind of messed him up, and in 2019. So I honestly can't wait to see what happens. Michael Jordan, the GOAT right now. No one's surpassing him as of now. LeBron has the tools to do it, but can he do it in the tough Western Conference? I don't know. But man, I'm gonna call it a podcast. But before anything, if anybody wants to see a guest host, I have someone in mind. He definitely does want to be on it one day. Hopefully. He's probably going to watch it later. But if you guys want a guest host, say yes in the comments. Hopefully, you could probably be a permanent host, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to call it a podcast. Have a good day, everybody. Good evening. Good night. Bye-bye.